Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is now May 1st, so it is time for us to do yet another MLB Power Rankings. We're about a month into the season, and there's been some surprising teams that have come out here, and other teams that have definitely disappointed to start the year. So as usual, our tier list are World Series contenders, then we have division leaders, and teams I think could make a deep run in the playoffs. We got your wild card teams, your med teams, and your bad teams. So we're starting off this tier list with the Minnesota Twins, who are currently sitting at 13 and 18, 6 games behind the division leader. And this team is going at the back end a meh. I mean, there are some teams that are still worse than them, but not a very impressive showing for the Twins. I mean, Royce Lewis continues to be hurt. He's actually was down here in Columbus yesterday for the St. Paul Saints on a rehab assignment, but it's not going good for the Twins to start this year. Next up, we have the LA Angels, who after a very fast start has fallen down a bit. They're 12 and 17. Not a very good team. Mike Trout has 9 home runs, but is also batting below 200. Their pitching staff kind of fell apart after the first week and a half of baseball, and they're just not playing that great, and they're kind of where we expected them to be. Next up, we have the Houston Astros, currently sitting at 16 and 14. Playing some solid baseball. I mean, they're only 2 games back of the division leaders, and they're overall just kind of in the hunt right now for a wild card spot. I mean, the Astros are the Astros. They're always going to be a very solid team, so that is where they're going to be. The Oakland, no, not the Oakland A's. The Athletics is what they are called now. They are 16 and 15, about 2.5 games below 500. I'm going to put them here in med just based on my vibes of them. I mean, they're a solid team. They're definitely playing better than average. I mean, than we expected them to be, mainly because, they actually spent money because they moved out of Oakland. So, yeah, that's where they're at, 2.5 games back of the first place team. Next up, we got the Toronto Blue Jays at 14 and 16. This is a team that's not playing good. I mean, they did win a game, but they're on a 2 and 8 in the last 10. Not very impressive baseball. I mean, you should be happy that you at least got Vlad Jr. on that contract, but overall, not great. Next up is the Braves of Atlanta, who, after being one of the worst teams of all of baseball, they're up here in the Met team, and they're only getting better. They're 7-3 in the last 10. They're hitting well. Their pitching is doing very solid. And so, yeah, Atlanta, definitely up here in meh. Also in meh is my Milwaukee Brewers. Currently sitting at 16 and 15. They have just been kind of a mediocre team to start this year. They went through a rough patch there on this road trip against San Francisco. They've been battling pitching injuries, which they're finally getting healthy from. So I wouldn't be surprised if they move up the tier list here if they just get a little more consistent. But we'll see if that happens for them. They're 2 games back of the Cubs here. The Cardinals, they're currently 14 and 17. I actually want to move Minnesota down here. And I'm going to put the Cardinals in bad. I mean, they're just kind of an old fart trying to get any sort of semblance together of a good organization. I mean, they play about 500 ball their last 10, same with the Brewers, but they're 4 games back in their division, not playing good, so that's where they're at. Next up is the Chicago Cubs, currently leading the NL Central at 18 and 13. So they're playing some really good baseball. They face really tough competition. The pitching looks legit for them. The offense looks good as well. Pete Crow Armstrong actually looks like an actual MLB player, not one of the worst hitters on the face of the planet. So combined with his defense, he is pretty valuable. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to keep this up. I mean, with a Craig Counsell-led team, me as a Brewers fan knows that it doesn't always last the way you think it will. So that's where I am on them. Then up next we have the Arizona Diamondbacks, who at 16 and 14 are 4th in the NL West. Another team that's kind of meh. I mean, they're 4.5 games back of the first place team there. But Corbin Carroll is having an absolutely amazing season. Coming back off of a sophomore season that was not that great, he is looking a heck of a lot better and a potential MVP candidate if he can keep this up. So that's good for them. Corbin Burns hasn't been the greatest signing in the world, but I'm confident he will get back on track. So that's where we're at with the Diamondbacks. Next, we got the LA Dodgers. I mean, come on. They're a World Series contender. This is one of the best rosters of talent we've ever seen in baseball. It's probably the best talent ever. Only like the 2070 Yankees are near there. They're 21-10, playing really good baseball. And that's with Ohtani being kind of like average for Ohtani. So, which is still a really, really dang good hitter. The pitching staff is coming together. I mean, Yoshinobu Yamamoto is, oh my gosh, good. So I would not be surprised if the Dodgers are again one of the last teams standing. But behind them, I'm going to put them in wild card because I don't view them as like true contenders, is the San Francisco Giants, currently 19-12, 2 games back of the Dodgers. They have one of the wild card spots for them, so... And the Giants, they're playing some very solid baseball, even when guys like Willy Adames struggling to get everything. Their pitching is doing very, very good. Offense in general is doing good. And they're a bit of a surprise team to see up here this early. Now, do I think it's going to last? I do not. I just think the Giants overall is kind of a mediocre team, but they proved me wrong before. I mean, look at 2021. Everyone thought they would suck. They were the best team in baseball in the regular season. So, but the Giants, I think, are a very solid team. They're going to be a tough team to play, so that's where they're at. Next up, we have the Cleveland Guardians, currently sitting at 17-13, second place in their division, playing some good baseball. They're 6-4. They're holding one of the wild card spots in the AL. I mean, Cleveland's always going to be a good team. I think very similar to Milwaukee, a small market team that does good, finds good players, and develops them well. And that's what Cleveland does. And they're playing some good baseball, so I'm going to give them that. Next up is the Seattle Mariners, currently sitting at the top of the AL West. I mean, this team is all about their pitching. If you look at that pitching staff, it is legit. And they've proven it so far this year by being a really, really good team there. So, not much else to say. Just a solid team. Next up is the Miami Marlins, currently sitting at 12-18. Not great, but definitely could be a lot worse. There's a couple teams that we're going to have down in a different tier I'm going to create when we get to them. But, yeah, not bad. I mean, the worrisome thing for them is Sandy Alcantara has been absolutely garbage to start this season. Which, I mean, he was their biggest trade piece entering the year, and they thought, oh, if you could prove that he is going to be healthy and be a good pitcher, increase his value has tanked so hard. So, yeah, that's not great for them. But what is great is that for Mets fans is that they're a World Series contender. 21-10, tied for the best record in all of baseball. And that's with Juan Soto kind of being average for him. And, I mean, it has been so incredible to see their pitching staff, without Sean Manaea and Frankie Montas, be one of the best pitching staffs of baseball. Bullpen is great. I mean, Edwin Diaz has been a little shaky. But Pete Alonso, oh my gosh, he has been absolutely incredible after not getting any contract offers last year. So it has been a really good year for the Mets so far. We'll see if they can keep this going or if they're going to Met it up as they have in the past. So that's where they're at. Next up was Washington. I mean, this is clearly a team that's rebuilding, but they got a lot of good talent. I mean, Mackenzie Gore, his opening day start was incredible. James Woods has been incredible as well. They got a lot of young talent. They just need to get more seasoning in, and this is a good year to give them major league experience. So that is where they are at. So Nationals down there in bad, and also down there in bad. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Baltimore Orioles. My goodness, they are bad this year, which is absolutely insane considering their nucleus young core. I mean, Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Jackson Holiday, great players. But they have not been able to build a pitching staff because ownership decided to be freaking cheap. Ownership decided to be cheap, and it is a sad thing to see. Sad thing to see the Orioles just kind of be a bad team without any support from ownership. Because they had the pieces, man. They absolutely had the pieces. Next up, who I'm going to put in division tier is the San Diego Padres. Currently sitting at 19-11. 2 games back of the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers-Padres rivalry has been awesome to see these past few years, and it's only going to keep happening this year. I mean, the Padres' talent is incredible. They've been showing it on the field. They're playing some good baseball. So, yeah. Next up is the Philadelphia Phillies, 17-13. Very solidly in the wild card. They're holding up the last spot in the NL, mainly because the NL West is just so stacked this year. But, I mean, they're good. They're going to be good. They're going to be there to the end. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to, catch the Mets at all this after their Mets fast start, so that's where the Dodgers are at. I mean, not the Dodgers, the Phillies are at. Next up is Pittsburgh Pirates, currently sitting at 12-19. Not a great team, but they got Paul Skeens. They got some good pitching staff. They just don't have an offense at all. So, yeah, the Pirates, not that great of a team, but you got some fun guys, kind of similar to where Washington is at. So that's where they're at. Next up is the Texas Rangers. I'm going to put right here next to, here in kind of like the meh tier. Oh, gosh. They're kind of meh. I mean, they're 16-15, about 500. They still got the guys from their World Series win a couple years ago. So they got the experience and they got talent. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to, like, be more than 500. But right now, they're at 500. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Rays, 14-16. Kind of up here with the Cardinals and kind of like this bad level. I mean, they're not playing that great of baseball, but can you blame them? They don't have their own stadium. They're playing in a minor league ballpark. Not minor league, a spring training ballpark. So, yeah, not great there for the Rays. But what is doing good is the Boston Red Sox, who are in the wild card tier. I mean, pretty soft start to the year. They're playing some good baseball. Can't complain too much about them. Then we get the Cincinnati Reds, who have the same record as the Milwaukee Brewers. I mean, Elly De La Cruz is incredible. Hunter Green has been incredible as well. But mainly it's just been inconsistency in the offense that's been killing them. I mean, they lost like 3 straight games, 1-0 earlier this year. So not really that great from the Reds. And coming up here, we're making a new row here that is... No, down. How are you this bad? Like, that is the next tier. And it is the Colorado Rockies. I mean, they have 5 wins on the year. This is the worst start in 30 games. I mean, tied for the worst start in 30 games in MLB history. They are absolutely freaking terrible. And I just don't understand how you can be this bad. I mean, we know it could be that bad because the White Sox exist last year, but the Rockies are somehow even worse. It's just absolutely insane how bad they are. So that's where they belong. Next up is Kansas City, 16-15, kind of like in this clump of meh teams here. I've been playing good baseball, solid baseball, and they got Bobby Wood Jr. They're going to be there at the end, I think, for the AL Central. So that's where they're at. Next up is the Detroit Tigers, current division leader, playing some good baseball, 18-13. Offense has been good, pitches has been good. Can't say much else about that. Next up is the Chicago White Sox, who are slightly better than the Rockies, but they're basically on the same pace they were last year when they lost a Major League record 121 games. Obi! No, sir. Sorry, the dog was eating the yarn. And then finally, the New York Yankees. I mean, come on. Aaron Judge is probably having the best offensive season in MLB history. Better than prime steroid-using Barry Bonds. That is how good Aaron Judge is. It's absolutely insane. I think he's the best offensive player on the planet right now. Better than Ohtani. Because it has been absolutely incredible to see him do it. And the Yankees are still a very, very strong team in general. So, that is where my tier list is at here at the beginning of May. World Series contenders, we've got the Dodgers, Mets, and Yankees. Division contenders, we've got the Padres, Cubs, Mariners, Tigers. Wild card, the Giants, Red Sox, Phillies, Guardians, Astros. Meh, I had the Diamondbacks, Rangers, A's, Royals, Reds, Brewers, Braves, Blue Jays. And then bad, I have the Cardinals, Rays, Twins, Nationals, Angels, Orioles, Pirates, and Marlins. And then how are you this bad is the White Sox and Rockies. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.